So let me get this straight. You are going to turn down a pussy like this? No man can turn down this pussy. Marcus got off a little easy, didn't he? Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss Boomerang from 1992. Now this movie stars Eddie Murphy, Robin Givens, Halle Berry, Eartha Kitt, Grace Jones. I could keep going. Everybody was here. Now before I get into just why I feel like Marcus got off so easy, and also discuss how they tried to play Halle Berry in this film, I need you guys to drop down and subscribe to my channel and like this video. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're going to come back and discuss all things Marcus. I'm not wearing any panties. Have hopefully subscribed to see more of me. Let's get into this movie. Now this movie was directed by Reginald Hudlin, an OG. You may know him, from House Party, Bebe's Kids, recent things like Marshall, starring, the late great Chadwick Boseman. Bottom line, he been outside. Now, getting into this movie and going back to watch it now, I never noticed then that this was like all types of Black excellence happening. Every person in this film is a professional, businessman, businesswoman. The whole work environment in that whole little office situation with Marcus, everybody walking in this film is Black. We get to see, Black executives, marketing, artists, all kind. This movie was really layered in that, and I never noticed that before, and I appreciate it. Now, getting into the movie, we are instantly introduced to Mr. Marcus Graham, portrayed by Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy has never in a day given me, sex symbol. I just don't get that from him. He's a comedian. But it works here. He is selling that shit throughout this whole film for him to be the player. Now, not only is he, this top marketing executive, but he is either sleeping with majority of the women in the workplace, and the women who haven't want to sleep with him just word of mouth based off of who he is, like hanging out, with Nasty Nelson, his cherry and the banana. Getting into all of that, just immediately we are met with moves that I never seen before, like just how calculated he is, to send all these different women, only thinking of you with the single rose, and how he answers the phone, hey you. I was like, oh, I never caught that. He will turn to someone or answer a phone or address a woman and say, hey you. Like, I'm juggling that many women that I don't want to get their names wrong. So I'm just going to keep it pimping and go, oh, hey you, I see you. Like, Marcus is so much of a dog that when he sees a woman, a beautiful woman that he feels like he wants a piece of, we get that infamous roof. Like, it's all about the chase for him. It's all about conquering. I'm even going to call, some of the women here are prior women to Jacqueline, conquest. It was about the chase. And when it's no longer about the chase and he's sexually satisfied, he moves on. Marcus is clearly not a good person. This is not a good dude. That's why it's just so much more unbelievable at how shit turns out for him in the end. Roof. Now, we are also introduced to Marcus's two friends, Gerard and Tyler. Gerard, played by Alan Grier, is, sensitive, smart, sweet, the sincere friend, who would love to get any of the romantic play from one woman that Marcus seems to get from a million. And then we also have Tyler, aka Martin Lawrence, who is very disrespectful towards women, says, calls them bitches and all these other derogatory terms. But he also, has this little thing in the movie where he finds a racial undertone with everything, and is, pretty hilarious. They both do a really good job here. Now, right away, we get into Marcus's first conquest because it's all about the chase and all about sex from him. He does not give a damn about a single soul in this movie, especially a woman. we get Layla Rashad looking like Layla Rashad in the 90s, just drop dead gorgeous, walking her baby in the goddamn park. Marcus goes so far as to buy a fake leash, pretend to be looking for a dog to get her attention, get her number, get her back to his place where we see the whole magic takes place. We have, fresh flowers, champagne, fire going. It's a whole setup. It was kind of sick, But he, goes to the utmost point to get these women in, pretending, to be almost married. I'm new to this. I'm shy, be gentle, the whole facade of it all. And nobody's calling him out. Nobody calls him out on his shit, except for Yvonne, the goddamn neighbor, in understated role by Miss Tisha Campbell. Hey, girlfriend. Whoa. Don't let him do it to you, girl. Don't let him do it. What you about? My size, my height, my weight? Doggy style, doggy style. It's the sister thing. I'm trying to help you out. Absolutely great role. I absolutely loved her here, and we don't even get a lot of Tisha, but she did what she needed to do. But Marcus could give a damn about anything. And we also take those moments to see how shallow he is. Not only does he lie and cheat his way into these women's lives just to sleep with them, he's as shallow enough to just be instantly disgusted and disinterested because she had hammer time in her shoes. You would never think a woman that fine would have hammer time in her shoes. Nigga. Now, getting into conquest number 2 is quite different because not only is it an older woman, but it is Miss Eartha Kitt giving us the epitome of a Kruger. Marcus, darling. It's like, oh, Miss Lady Eloise, you requested me? May I sit down? Yes, please. Keep standing. Eartha Kitt has always been and will always be everything. Miss Thing, little Miss Catwoman herself. She is everything here. And I love that it just kind of goes unnoticed that she played him way before Jacqueline ever did. Not only does she pretend to have more power with this merger, and, I can put you in a position to be in charge of marketing. And, she really does the chasing in this term, and invites him back to Lavender Hill. I love the whole setup with him coming, and we have the butler snickering every 5 minutes, you really about to take it there. Do you know why you're here? Are those little details of them talking? And he's like, oh, you shouldn't have to toot your own horn. You should leave me to do that for you. And you hear the wolf in the background. What the fuck? But more than that, even though I love those moments with Miss Eartha Kitt, and she is everything with all her little dresses, and it keeps the skin tight. Ultimate Kruger, ultimate player. She was Jacqueline in her heyday. But it also lets you know that Marcus Graham is not above sleeping his way to the top. He was all for it, Wouldn't you like to get out of that tight suit? And, she's all, it's bright in here. You want to make it a little bit darker so it can be a little bit more romantic? Yeah, can we make it a little bit darker? He was with the shits. He was willing to sleep with this woman to get a level up, although she was not who she said she was, and she was just the face. And then we get into Miss Robin Givens as Jacqueline Broyer, and boy, was she, and she still is, everything. The hair, the makeup, the wardrobe, the fit, natural, slim body, and most of all, her taking over that marketing position instead of Marcus. Already setting the tone for who she would be in this workplace, in this business to Marcus, but he just didn't recognize it at first because all he saw, head tilt, was a beautiful face, a nice pair of legs, a nice piece of ass, somebody for him to and move on, so much that there's an office pool on it, a bet, because he is just that dude. Word of mouth. You don't even have to work there. Everybody knows your reputation precedes you. Even later with Eloise felt comfortable enough to come here and approach you enough to level up. This was not a good dude. We get into this all black affair. Everybody just looks so everybody looks so good. We get into him, considering leaving because, I didn't get the position. Obviously, I'm not wearing any panties. Lied and played your ass. and you're not the head of anything. But he's just so enticed by the idea of conquering Jacqueline and her being so beautiful and a nice piece of ass, lusting after her, that he's going to stay there. And not only stay there, but he's going to ignore Angela. Now, as soon as we are introduced to Angela, portrayed by Miss Halle Berry, she is immediately made to play second banana to Robin Givens. Now, I'm never going to compare the two because both of these are very beautiful women, but the way that they downplayed Angela's looks is criminal here. Let's just take a moment and reflect on Halle Berry in the 90s. Halle Berry right now at this moment is fucking Halle Berry. Halle Berry in the 90s was something special though. And they went out of their way to make her look as dowdy, as homely, as whatever as possible. Like, we immediately meet Angela and she has on a shirt that's literally buttoned up to here. Homegirl was showing nobody this entire film. Now, I did consider that, you know, Angela was a different type of woman. You know, she was a little bit more conservative, wasn't all, you know, about the body, yada, yada. Yet and still, there are too many moments of, you know, them putting Halle Berry in, you know, questionable outfit or hat. All to make sure Robin popped. And I was like, damn, we had to do that. But so much so that since she is the more, you know, conservative, you know, reserved woman, Marcus shows absolutely no interest. Meanwhile, Jacqueline is doing her thing, mingling at this party, but who's standing there trying to strike up a conversation, trying to show interest and talk to Marcus a little bit? Because she is immediately kind of smitten with Marcus and the idea of him. Whether it was, you know, due to word of mouth or anything, she really likes Marcus and she lets it be known. She tries to talk to him any chance she get in the movie. But what does he do? You know what? You cute and all. I got someone you should meet. Let me get my sensitive, shy-ass friend, you know, Gerard, and y'all can meet up. That'll be cute. Yeah. Y'all go do that. I'm trying to get to Jacqueline. We are also introduced to the new face of Lady Eloise, aka Strange, portrayed by Mrs. Grace Jones. Like, let me just take a moment on Grace Jones. Anybody who did anything other than call Grace Jones drop dead gorgeous at any point was fucking insane. Like, get into it. All the beauty, that deep, dark skin tone. Everyone, you know, was trying to play her because she always, you know, made, you know, she took risks with her fashion. She always had, you know, kind of a androgynous type of look, but always was very model-esque. The body, the cheekbones. She was like 10 feet high, gorgeous woman. And she was everything here in this role, you know, whipping the man, coming in, Jacqueline. Like, she was a scene stealer here. Like, I don't know why I envisioned watching this long ago that we had more screen time with Grace Jones, but it wasn't a lot here. But what we got, boy, was it entertaining. Once they try to, you know, get the name for the perfume ad, and it's, you know, Vagina Puke, Puss Pink, After Birth. Like, what? No, what after bath? What after bath? And you have fucking Nelson over there. Oh, ooh. Or, you know, no, I do not like it. Fragrance, I hate it. This is, you know, my fragrance. It needs to exude sex. You know, it needs to be the essence of sex. You know, well, you know, I think this is it. You would. And she takes those paintings off. This is the essence of sex. Voila. Absolutely loved it. They're tossing those damn panties back and forth. But once again, this is where, you know, Marcus being Marcus comes into play, and he's able, you know, to kind of calm her down and, you know, persuade her, you know, let's name the fragrance Strange. And you, girl, it's all about you, girl. Strange, girl. And, you know, that entices, you know, Jacqueline because she's a player herself, but he doesn't know that. Now, at this point in the film, we get into Marcus trying to pursue Jacqueline the familiar ways that he tries to pursue any other woman, you know, but she's not falling for the lavish little apartment, the nice dinner. We don't care about your rosemary. We don't care about the flowers. I'm trying to watch the game. Get me a beer. You can walk into the door. Even with Yvonne, he's a hoe. Marcus, a hoe, a straight up hoe. Like, she finds it funny. But he's trying, you know, his old usual tricks, and it's just not working. So it's at the point that he's just fed up. But he still wants to pursue her. All the while, we have poor little Miss Angela. We have really sporadic moments here prior to them sleeping together, of them finding ground and having common interest. With Jacqueline, it's only lust for him. He's lusting for her. He likes the image of her. He likes, you know, all those things. Angela, they meet with each other on a whole different level. They're able to talk about other things outside of, you know, work and taste and interest that they have. They can make each other laugh. Those things that he just does not share with Jacqueline. But she goes unnoticed the entire time because he's so blinded by her. So by the time we, you know, get in a plane ride, you know, you can just go to New Orleans, throw on the jazz and kick back. And they have this whole business venture. And it only, you know, turns when Jacqueline decides that, okay, well, fuck it, we can sleep together. All the while, we've had poor little Angela sit, you know, she's inquired even at their first encounter, and he's looking around. You're looking for Jacqueline, aren't you? She's fantastic. Who wouldn't be? Or even on the plane ride when she's like, you know, you throw on the jazz and kick back, and he's, you know, you can do that with Jacqueline once, you know, you get there. And she, you know, do I look like the type of woman to pry? And she's like, says out of her mouth physically, you know, I like you. I just, you know, I care. I like you, nigga. Does he care? No, he does not care about this lady whatsoever. Ugh. But of course we get, you know, that little grand sex scene, and I love the sex scenes here, that they're not just sex scene for sex scene's sake. You very much see them as a purpose, and that role reversal happening between Jacqueline and Marcus, that, you know, she's in control. She's in control on the outside of the bedroom and in the inside. You know, she's riding him majority of the time. She's in him. Get her done. We're getting her done, sis. Like, huh. But afterwards, Marcus is all so smitten. She could be Mrs. Graham, this, that, and the other. I really like this girl. She has beautiful feet. I dig her mind. I dig this. When did we get to any mind or any of that? So far, you have only been trying to sleep with her. So y'all never even got to that part. But, I love when her and Angela are sitting there, and Angela's low-key trying to, you know, kind of see what's going on between them, but not say that, you know, I heard Marcus has, you know, a reputation. She's like, well, I can confirm. You can confirm it? Like, oh, but inside she's dying like, damn, you slept with him? I wanted to sleep with him, you know? But when Marcus comes in and, you know, he's trying to see about another date, what's going on? When can we get together? Girl, I'm practically in love. You're not getting serious on me, aren't you? You know, where you want us to spend time together and you want this to grow. Ugh. Nigga, I'll call you when I can. Well, you know, it's not like I gotta wait by the phone for anybody to call me, so I understand. And then you get him waiting, waiting by that goddamn phone, waiting, complete role reversal. Like, it's usually women waiting on your ass, and he's just sitting there, and, you know, Jacqueline can see you on ... That's 3 weeks from now. Do you want me to pencil your ass in or not, sir? Yeah. If we're going to talk about Marcus, then we also have to talk about Angela's ass, who completely just instantly friend-zoned it Gerard's ass with the quickness. Like, it was almost like it was kind of like a petty date, and she never really had any genuine interest. It was like, well, you know, I don't have anything better to do while Marcus is chasing after Jacqueline. I can go out with Gerard. And they immediately, like, you know, kind of have this lackluster thing going on to where it just goes out and fizzles out. So, well, you know, we're just going to be friends, when he was never really given a chance anyway. Like, they never really have a real date from what we can see. But you have Gerard here, very nice guy, very sensitive, very much so interested in Angela, respectful, not a dog. Like, what more do you want? But all of her focus is on him. So Gerard never stood a damn chance. So we low-key have Angela kind of pining away and being comfortable being friend zoned by Marcus. But then we have the woman he's smitten with, Jacqueline, showing up, forgetting dates, leaving $200 on the stand. I love when she leaves that money. He's like, I feel kind of used after we've got all of that, you know, say my name. I don't want to come yet. I don't want to come yet. No, I don't want to come. Wait. Woo! Like his fucking feet do one of these. Like, oh yeah, homeboy was whipped. And Jacqueline would have it no other way. She's treating Marcus exactly the way he's treated women in the past, and he just can't take it. So by the time that we get to the dinner, that infamous dinner with Stranger, you know, so when are we going to fuck? Yep. What? Like, girl, what? You know, Jacqueline told me you really know how to move your eyes around. And he's like, stop. It's like, what? You don't want to fuck me? You are going to turn down a pussy like this? No man can turn down this pussy. Will you stop saying pussy? People are eating in here. Pussy. 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 Hilarious. Oh, we're looking for a cat. Where's that damn cat? You get, you know, not only did Jacqueline take her time to, you know, inform Angela, you know, his reputation is well deserved. He has the best ass I ever seen. She's telling everybody. Now everybody thinks he's up for grabs, and then has the nerve to say, you know, don't discuss what I do with you with other women. Like, as if you don't do that with your homeboys or with whoever else in the workplace, which is why you have the representation you have. And Boney T, portrayed by Chris Rock, knows everybody's goddamn information. Like, this is what you do, sir. But it's when the shoe's on the other foot, you know, it's hard to swallow. So Cersei is upset, you know, nothing. I'm not going. Like, bitch, fuck you. And all of a sudden, you know, he wants to back up off of Jack. Like, don't expect me to sleep with people for business reasons. And I'm with Jacqueline. You did it for Lady Eloise. Like, don't be trying to be cute now. Like, I am not that kind of guy. Yes, you are. You thought you could be something different because you had different feelings for Jacqueline. But oh no, sir, you've always been a hoe. Hoe ass. And to add insult to injury, who is right there at all time to have his back? We have Miss Angela step in, you know, after Marcus, you know, he's down, he's in the dumps, he's depressed, they've broken up, and now he's, you know, on the flip side, and he's the gossip in the workplace. There are women walking around snickering and laughing at him. And Angela has the nerves to say, you know, after he just tells Nelson, you know, just do whatever you want. You're going to let Nelson, cherry and the banana, you going to let Nelson do whatever he wants to do? All right, Marcus. But that still didn't hold any way for her to go, you know, whatever you're doing to him, it's affecting his work. Girl, what? Now, you may be a little new here, but you know well far of, you know, Marcus' representation and who he is and what kind of man this is. But just because she liked him so much, it was like, and I was with Jacqueline, like, whatever, what am I doing to him? Well, whatever I'm doing to him, you're taking rather personal, aren't you? No, Jackie, like, girl, don't Jackie me, you wanted some ass. Then we get to that goddamn commercial that's like a fucking perfume ad from hell. And Nelson's so proud. He's like, oh, I give you Stranger. It's just like you have fucking Stranger. Giving whole birth to a perfume bottle. It's like, Stranger. It stinks so good. That is ridiculous. Like, which, you know, I understand what Angela was talking about. Like, it's affecting his work. He's making poor choices, but we all know it wasn't, you know, for work. She was caring about Marcus's feelings when he could give a damn about hers. Marcus gets cut off, and Jacqueline, you know, I knew this would happen. I was just like, I love Jacqueline's character. She is so nonchalant, but at the same time, she's very forthcoming with the type of woman she is and her expectations and what she wants and doesn't want. Like, I knew this was, I told you I was pimping. Like, you should take some time off. And who's there to support him while he takes his time off? Angela, taking him to see kids. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. Oh, salaikum salam. I love that part. Like, These are my clothes. This is my house. This is a spear. This is the fish bowl. This is blood. And these are the fish. So, this is the fish bowl, right? Mm-hmm. And these are the fish, right? Mm-hmm. So why aren't the fish in the bowl? Because I don't want them there. Like, I love that part. And it's also a moment, not only is she there to support him, but we help him work-wise. With the collage situation with the kids, Angela gets this bright idea to take, you know, different moments of Strange being Strange, turn this into a collage for their commercial, saving the whole situation. It's the nipple, because I'm drooling. Helped everything. Sis was doing a whole lot. Then we get into Angela cooking and meeting Gerard's parents just for them to go, nothing more, we're just friends. They're like, well, sis, if y'all just friends, why are you meeting the parents? But, you know, that's neither here or there. Maybe they were just having a good get together and a dinner. It wasn't about them anyway. It was about Pops, John Witherspoon, and BB Drake at that moment. Love them here as Gerard's parents. You know, you got to coordinate. You got to coordinate. Now, I said, Gerard, did you know your father had a mushroom belt on? Yes. Gerard, did you know on the inside of the jacket was special mushroom? Yes. He didn't marry me for my cooking. You know, Marcus, I hear a girl at the job got you pussy whipped. Don't be pussy whipped, son. Whip that pussy. Bang, 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 bang. Like, who doesn't love Pops and oh, the cherry on top? Man, my parents have been in your bathroom for over an hour. What they do? They've been in there hitting it. Wait, your parents are smoking a joint on back? No, they've been in there fucking. Fucking just, whoo, goddamn. Damn, BB Drake walks smacking on that damn gun. Absolutely love them. But you even have Angela, you know, kissing Gerard on the lips, and, you know, it's platonic, but it was just like they were in that gray area of not really knowing, do we want to pursue something or do we just want to just be friends? But neither her or, you know, Marcus were clear on, you know, their wants and needs. And I'm like, girl, you know, you don't want to be with Gerard. Stop playing with this man. Now, we get to, you know, the whole scene on the couch, and what are we doing? We're kissing. So friends can kiss, real cute, turning Angela into a rebound. Their friendship worked a whole lot better than, you know, them actually being with each other. But he pursues her on the sofa. He wakes her up. He kisses her first. He engages with her first, and she goes. Then Gerard finds out. He has to tell Gerard and acts, you know, kind of shocked at Gerard's reaction, like, this was not a good friend. Regardless of, you know, them being platonic or him saying, you know, we know this type of character that Gerard is. Gerard is no Marcus. He's no ladies' man. So he's, you know, just really trying to figure things out with her. Not to the aspect that it would ever be okay for you to not just pursue her, but you slept with her. And it pisses him off because Gerard cares about her way beyond, you know, the physical. Or he's like, Angela is a nice girl. Like, you don't care about anybody but yourself. All you're going to do is dog her out. Like, he cares about Angela way more than she cares about him. But he sincerely cares and knows that he is no good. Like, you're a dog ass of a friend. Like, you're not going to do anything good for her. But Angela just doesn't see that, all the way to the point that we skip ahead. I'm like, well, damn, how much time went by? Because her paint supply is there. She has clothes there. Like, she, you know, she's moved in. Enough time for, you know, them to show the ad. And I already knew what type of shit he was on when they were showing the ad to Jacqueline. And she's like, oh, way to go, Angela. She's like, and Marcus turns and goes, you know, oh, hey, you. Oh, hit her with the hey, you, huh? We know what that's for. But she's moved in. She's in the bathroom. She's painting. Come and look. He's just about at the point. We're about to be blue people and just have amazing sex. Bring. Oh, it's Jacqueline. Oh, hello. Oh, yeah. Whole train of thought goes out the window. Oh, yeah, that was just, you know, Angela. She'd stop by for a second. Stop by for a second. I live here. Moving very fast. Like, she was so smitten with Marcus' ass and didn't see him from what he was, up until he actually cheats on her. It's like, oh, I got my mojo back and Jacqueline's feeling me again. And, you know, a bunch of feelings that I didn't, like, Jacqueline is the female Marcus Graham. So all he needs to do was get that, you know, you looked a little desperate, but now you got to go on again. Like, I'm liking this. Comes home, sneaks into bed, and, you know, a bunch of feelings like love, and love should have brought your ass home last night. And, you know, that motherfucking part where he goes, you know, Jacqueline even says that I'm a better person now. And I know I owe that all to you. How can you say I never cared about you? What? That hot ass slap was warranted, because it was just like, I was all for her walking out of that apartment and telling him what the fuck, you know, I may not have long hair weaved all down my back, but let me tell you something. I'm a good person and I've got heart. And you know the fucking problem with having a heart, Marcus, is that it gets stepped on when you deal with people like you. Now stay the fuck out of my life. That should have been the end of that relationship and the end of that goddamn conversation. There was nothing just so amazing about Marcus to go back to. Amazing person, man, funny guy, friend, all of that. Relationship-wise, I just didn't feel like Marcus just all of a sudden had just that much growth to where he warranted having someone like Angela. Angela was doing her little whatever. For the most part, Angela was a really great, sincere woman, loving person, great qualities. He did not deserve. So by the time we get all the way to the end of the film and we're supposed to find redeemable qualities in, you know, him and Jacqueline about to, you know, there you go, there you go, and there you go, there you go, and here I come. We supposed to, you know, get into making love. We supposed to find redeemable qualities in the fact that he stops at that moment and goes, I'm in love with somebody. Oh, so now you think you're in love with Angela. No, I know right now that I'm in love with that woman. Well, Marcus, if you're in love with Angela, then why are you here with me? Exactly. And just like, we were supposed to get something from that? I got absolutely, me years ago watching it, I was, oh, yes. Maki Dada, go and get Angela. That's your woman, boo. That's who you're supposed to be with. You have him walking into the house. Love should have brought you home. The soundtrack for this movie, per usual for 90s and 80s movies, was popping. The Babyface, the Tony Braxton, the guy, Tribe Called Quest. They were all here. Johnny Gill, great album. But anyway, comes and finds the note, just like, oh, I'm too late. I was just about to somebody else, but I know I love her now. I gotta fix this. That, all of that was just not doing anything for me. And then even bigger, like, you completely like just gave two fucks about your best friend's feelings, but you go on the rooftop and give this half-ass apology, and it's even half-ass on his part. It's like, you know, I'm sorry, you my brother. How long you gonna have me sitting out here apologizing? Like, you gonna just milk it all up? Yeah, somebody needs to milk you, because you're not being held accountable for a fucking thing. Gerard instantly, you know, forgives him, and as you know, I can understand that. Y'all brothers, we brothers, man. We here, man. We ain't got no more. I'm sick of it, man. Hey, hug it out, man. Hug it out now. We just did, man. We just hugged her. No, man. Me, man. I love y'all, man. Like, okay, it's the brothers, okay? We just fine. But when we get to Angela, and that's when we get to my song. Take every little bit of piece of my mind, ayy. Cause if you don't, in time, I die without you. Get into that PM done. Ow, okay. Anyway, we get Marcus after clearly calling her multiple times. She wants to be left alone. Writing letters. She has not responded to him, using the kids to get her to let her guard down, and he makes his way into the office. I like how they instantly tried to turn Angela into some cold-hearted Jacqueline-esque character. She has, you know, the power suit thing. The first and maybe only time in the entire movie that she shows anything below the neckline. We got a little, you know, cleavage out, and her, oh no, we're not doing it. We're not shooting into it's right. But she's a completely different character. But we had to have her display those rays to show her trying to be something that she wasn't. And like, you know, she said, you know, Angela had to start looking out for Angela. Yes, bitch, look out for yourself. Marcus wasn't. And then we have that tired ass, you know, give me one good reason why I should take you back. Didn't have one, so cops out and goes, you know, you still love me? Yeah, bitch, I love you the whole film and you didn't care. But that was the only thing he had. Like, a lot of things we love and still love aren't good for us. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I'm scared. I can't breathe without you. I can't breathe. Like, that's what we're doing, huh? And they engage, this big love, long kiss, and they walk down that street, and, you know, I'm standing my place with my own things. Marcus, if you even turn and look at her, I will break your fucking neck. Like, I always felt like, you know, hey, he should have been walking down with his head down, with his hands in his pocket. Like, damn, I really lost a good one. Eventually, moving forward, I'm going to change my ways. I don't like this feeling. Like, no. He gets everything he ever wanted in the end. His homies are there. Angela is there. They're pursuing a relationship. Your love's so exciting. Boy, I can't deny it. Since you found a place that, you know, cruising down the street in my 6'4". You know, cute film. But personally, he should have been walking down that goddamn street alone. Well, you guys, that was my review for Boomerang. And as you can see, I didn't agree with, you know, the output of the film. Y'all might feel different, but hey, whatever. I personally do not think that he deserved a woman like Angela. Not right at that moment. Like, you just whole ass changed your ways, huh? You done. Okay, but you guys drop down and tell me what you thought about this film and how you feel about my review. I see you guys next time. Bye.